Manchester United spent big on Matheus Cunha this summer. But why him? Let's break down the numbers that explain the move. Amorim's refusal to compromise on his 3-4-2-1 formation has had issues with a Manchester United squad that struggles to fit the brief. That makes signing the 26-year-old a statement of support for Amorim, because Cunha has spent the majority of his time at Wolverhampton Wanderers playing as the left inside forward in a 3-2-4-1, receiving the ball in exactly the kind of spaces Amorim wants to his number 10s to occupy. Notice the intense red zone on the left half space just outside the penalty area. That's where Cunha does most of his work, drifting between midfield and attack, linking play, and receiving the ball on the turn. What's really interesting is how wide and dynamic his movement is. There's very little red right in front of goal, which tells us he's not just a poacher, he's a creator forward, involved in build-up rather than waiting for the final pass. In short, this heat map highlights Cunha's positional intelligence and tactical versatility, two reasons United saw him as an ideal signing. Next, let's break down Matheus Cunha's 2024-25 radar chart, which summarizes his key attacking and creative metrics. Starting at the top, G90, or goals per 90 minutes, Cunha records 0.52, meaning he scores roughly one goal every 2 games. That's a solid return for a forward who isn't always playing as a pure striker. Moving clockwise, we see XG90 at 0.29, showing he consistently gets into good scoring positions and often outperforms his expected goals, a sign of clinical finishing. Then comes SH90, or shots per 90. At 3.78, Cunha is taking almost 4 shots every game, showing real attacking intent and confidence to test the goalkeeper regularly. On the creative side, XA90, expected assists, sits at 0.25, while A90, actual assists per 90, is 0.21, proving he's not just finishing chances but also creating them. The standout metric here is KP90, or key passes per game, 1.93, which highlights his vision and ability to set up teammates in advanced areas. In short, this radar chart shows a well-rounded forward, someone who scores, creates, and contributes to team build-up. For Manchester United, this versatility is gold. Cunha can operate as a connector between midfield and attack, while still providing goal threat and work rate. Finally, let's look at where Matheus Cunha's goals actually came from during the 2024-25 season. And this tells us a lot about his instincts inside the box. As you can see from this shot map, most of Cunha's goals come from inside or just around the penalty area, especially slightly to the right of the central zone. That perfectly matches the heat map we saw earlier. He loves to attack that inside right channel. Notice how there are very few goals from long range. Almost all his strikes are from high-quality positions, which means Cunha focuses on efficient shot selection rather than speculative efforts. The size of each circle represents the chance quality, and many of these are mid to high XG chances, suggesting he times his runs well and finds space close to goal. There's also a healthy spread of goals from cutbacks and second balls near the penalty spot, evidence of his sharp movement and ability to react quickly inside crowded areas. In short, Cunha isn't relying on wonder goals. He's scoring the kind of goals Manchester United need most: smart, positional, high-percentage finishes, ball-carrying ability. Matheus Cunha has established himself as one of the Premier League's elite ball carriers. In the 2024-25 season, he ranked 4th for carries into the final third with 95, and 9th for completed take-ons with 125. But what truly sets Cunha apart is what he does after those runs. He attempted 34 shots following a ball carry, the 6th highest in the league, and also created 23 shots for teammates in the same way. Altogether, his driving runs directly contributed to 4 goals and 4 assists, ranking him 5th in the Premier League for goal involvements following a carry. Simply put, Cunha doesn't just move the ball forward, he turns possession into real attacking danger.